Okay, there we go. I have x plus 3, and then it says I have 2 of them. But notice I only have one x plus 3, so let me put the other x plus 3 in there. Okay, so I see how these are the same. I could divide this into 2 groups, but I'm going to show you it doesn't always work. It's nice when it does because it gets rid of so much stuff, but it doesn't always work. So let me show you what the problem is here, okay? So I can divide, this one seems to be okay on this side. I can divide this side into 2. Well, I mean, there's 2 there, duh, right? But I need to divide this side into 2 also. This is where I'm going to have a problem. See, I can put 2 here, 2 here. But what am I going to do? If I put it here, it's not going to be the same. See, it's not going to be the same. So I could resolve it by putting half. Then you're going to have to work with fractions and trying to solve that. Okay. So let me show you a different way to work with this. Okay. So let's not do groups. Let me clear that up. Okay. So we still have this 2x plus 3's and then 5 on this side. Okay, so we still have these 5 on this side. Okay, instead, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of distribute the groups. So kind of separate them, and that's called distribute, right? So I'm going to put these 2 separate, so I'm going to have 2x. And then these here, because I had 3 here and 3 here, and now I have 6. And the other side stays the same. And now it becomes easier. I can take out, I don't know, I can take out 5, you know, or add, I could probably add, you know, some negatives in here and add them over here. And then I'll have a fraction at the end. But the fraction at the end is going to be is easier than to be adding and subtracting the fractions. Okay? So that's just another option. You can distribute. And notice I didn't have to do that on both sides. Well, I mean, basically distribute is just moving stuff around. It doesn't change the values of what's in here. It's just moving stuff around. I didn't move it over here or anything like that. Okay? So that's just one thing. Oh, I do have one more, I believe. This one. Okay, I really like this property because you see I have so much red in here. Okay, if I multiply by -1, and it has to be everything, okay? You can't just do part of it. It has to be the whole thing. If you multiply the whole thing by -1, and algebraically it would look like this. You could put a -1 or not. You don't have to put the -1. Okay, so that would be multiply by -1. Okay, what that would do would just make everything the opposite. So these are going to change to the opposite. This is going to change to, they're all going to be. So these are going to turn green, these are going to turn purple, and these are going to turn red. Let's see what that looks like. There you go. Okay? And let me show you, okay, let's simplify that. So the opposite of 3 negative x's is 3 positive x's, which you can see right there. And then the opposite of subtracting 2 is adding 2. And then I have my equal sign. And then the opposite of negative x is a positive x. And the opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. And I just think that is much nicer to work with than this. Do you have to do this? Not really. I like it. I do that when I have a lot of negatives or when I have a lot of negative x's. Up to you. If you want to do that, you can try it. And again, if you're like, you did this and you go, oh, I don't like it, I liked it better this way, well, just, you know, there, you know. So try stuff. You can always undo it. Just make sure that you are using these properties. If you use the properties, you just try a bunch of them, maybe try the opposite, try different numbers. If you do that, you're going to get to the answer, okay?